introducing Haines Eason, who's a poet we published twice in the magazine, issue 14 and issue 16, which I also will mention. We have our issues here, practically giving them away. They're out in the lobby area, so you can check that out. And we actually are giving away stickers. Haines' poems have appeared in many publications, most recently the Yale Review, New England Review, American Letters and Commentary, let's see, Pleiades, Indiana Review. I mean, I don't know why I'm plugging these other magazines. Anyways, he's been at Smartish base. He regularly contributes criticism to the American Book Review as well as Smartish Pace. His criticism is all archived on our website. He's also the associate editor with Boulevard, and he attends the MFA program at Washington University in St. Louis, which he's really going out of his way to be here today. He's visiting family in Virginia, but he took the 3.5-hour drive to be here to read for 10 minutes. So just want to publicly thank him for that. In his chapbook, he has some good news here. He just handed it to me this morning. He found in his chapbook, A History of Waves, was recently selected by Mark Doty for a Poetry Society of America Chapbook Fellowship, and is going to be published this coming spring. With that, I give you Haines Eason.
And thank you all for coming on this day after. This first poem is called Hunt. The trees assert a sky and scattered wake in scar-beaked birds of prey. Red grasses rise, thicken, dry along the woods. Dogs spiraling in stasis did roam. The fox returned home, slashed against the gray fences, rewired the rust of seasons in its hair. Reflective eyes trespass, sniff at black leaves, fade in the corn crib and snaking runnels, hinge in corrugated tin damp. Under boards, a huff and quick, white from tail to temple thunders. You are the last junk fire of the calendar year. The sun's slashed palm falls outward. Without scar, there is no child. Let there be no child. Or let the scar flash from thunder-headed wounds too distant to fear. Every few centuries, the land fills. Meadows reclaim their store of stone. I would wake here, but the lake fish wouldn't buy my corpse, nor would neighbors flooding behind screens. At evening, a rosary of lawns and a doe running in the breaks. The trees assert the sky. A lot of my poems are rural, deal with rural subjects. A lot of them deal with a recently dissolved relationship. Let's see what we got here. This one's from a chapbook, from the chapbook that'll be out in a couple months, I hope. How shall they hear the word of God? Driven by the sun's accusing glare, you who must go went for broke in some stiff's bungalow. Just a little kiss. At noon, at 4 o'clock in the morning, it wore into many weeks, him skipping on his phlebotomist's care. He unknots your tie, draws your tea, while you didn't smile, along with him those many nights, as you squirmed away again against severe bed's preposition. a match lighting the black porch, slick oak scotching the rear of the throat. Once there was time enough for several longish years in which you could dabble haplessly, one fool after another. My boy, now you'll have to learn. A good heart is a good bargain, but a blameless one's a burden. This brother's censer dangles before your lips, before your heathen's guttural moan awaits you with a start someday alone. It's kind of rough. Let's see. I'm gonna read two more. How are we doing on time? Read them. All right. This one's about a fist fight. Between 12 and 1. To align some circumstances, the heartlessness of the act lay in our distorted faces. We broke bottles, many petty things decidedly not off in other directions. Recourse flung like bloody rags over hills and dales, cars, lack of love for woods, squareness of the woods themselves. The fists may as well be carnival balloons, swinging so free and flying. The beat of humanity here is an acute violence in forgettable places. These men, floats someone's speech bubble, are icons of the West. But you, not atop that man, his boots and buckle, you straddle another, his drawl, his totemic anger, the one who spoke, who, clotting up beneath you, has got up and backed away, his face a spitting image of a racetrack flooded with heat, flying mud, groggy from violence. Moths ignore the spectacle. They dip within and beyond, as far as the circumscribed heat, as far as the vapor lamps allow. Last one. Sorry guys, these are not cheerful. All right, this is the last one. This is Notes Toward a Land Ethic. I hated you and said the reverse. An affair built of marks, contracts to graft worlds together. The facts of my youth, outmoded woods, red rivers, a dredge of rural vice. Cycle was a thing, preserved life in jars in dank basements. I can't translate. Hunger is passé, pain is plentiful, even hip. There's too much to say with snow regarding shooting the life out of creatures running for those lives. There's no nobility in it, thinking of nobility from a dead-end era. Hating you for sickened city ways, your demands my grief, but your insistence is nothing nameable out on the undead land. Coal-powered plants, dams, black grain, and white trees. Have we not heard this all before? Fill the gaps with debts, schedule a convenient sacrifice, walk downwind quickly and in legion, carrying you, cancerous ideal, that there could be a hasty union, city curved at field. I own this, come take it. The singeing rain emptied of conscience, loose with cunning. Mine, some neighbors, yours are the post-war posters for an end of the century history review / cowboy fair and folk medicine show. The ringmaster's boy in the sky falls too slow for anyone to see him as him. Just the crazy sun, I'm sure. I hate you and have the perfect curse. One part God and 2 parts hearse. I'm still the kid who plays with matches in the barn corner, pack purse for a sulfuric kiss. Nothing here belongs to anyone else, so it must be ours, darling. The curvy, feral wind is best kept secret between lovers, past or present. And why not? It can't be explained except for a little hateful sex. A presence wilts from the groves by the reservoir. Good old boys dump appliances in the water. Crash goes a fridge down a slope. Careen goes a stove, car, sack of roadkill husks. There's a compulsion to explain the several selves here present, yours and mine, my one and only. Someone arrives before they were supposed to in the mind, in the night. Whether decisions were made or not, the machines grind on and decide ourselves for us. I've laid so many things in the earth, some dead, some not so. The trick is to place each step on the clawing sound, every footfall into the future tamping the same spot on the same freshly dug plot. The house is settling to sleep. Sheets move, hair drifts, so many years dragged away by grunting sounds, then darkness as its own background. Each ends in disappearance, keeps ending, dead from doubt, a ghost of doubt, fade into surrounding areas. This won't matter to anyone. Everyone I know has died. I dream it was conscious, adaptive. This fate is sudden. I trenched a line through forest. Leaves moved it on me. Drug a finger over your body. You were rolled into the river. Never set foot in my country again. Thank you.